console war is in full effect, whether you prefer the PS5 or the Xbox Series X. I'm just glad the gaming community is so alive, because we are the people, we are the gamers, we are the... Fuck me. Oh, hello, I didn't see that. I'm now so out of focus, it's untrue. Hi, my name is Gibby8. Do you come here often? You've never been here before. Okay, well, my name is Gibby8, and roll the intro. I don't have an intro. Psych! The joke's on me. I didn't think about doing an intro, but we're not going to have one. Deal with it. Can I also let you guys into a little secret? I'm not listening to anything, so we can probably get these away right now. Oops. Like, they are so pointless. I don't know why I'm wearing them. If you prefer them on my head, put it in the comments. I don't know. This is my first ever video doing this shit, so... So basically, we have an array of videos which cover the future of gaming. We're talking the Xbox Series fridge, the Seto Kaiba 5. So what I wanted to do was look at a bit of history of gaming, something that crossed my mind very recently, and I wanted to talk about it. So yeah. Oh, baby, that sounds make me give birth to happiness. I recently bought myself a PlayStation 1 to relive some of my golden memories of gaming and also pretend I am not 100 years old. And I also had an idea of doing a bunch of videos about the era, so keep an eye on that because I'll be releasing some PlayStation 1 sort of content. But one thing was bugging me though. Where's that coming from? So, as I was saying, the PlayStation 1 was such a great era, and I have a lot of fond memories for it, and there was one game that I couldn't think the name of. This game, you are a beach ball trying to balance on a platform, collecting fruit in the middle of the sky, and then it came to me. It came to me. That game was Cooler World, baby! I'm not getting into Cooler World. I'm not getting into Cooler World. You can Google that shit, bro. You can Google that shit. The reason I'm bringing this game up, you'll see how it ties in. Basically, I used to play Cooler World hours and hours on end at my nan's house. And my nan had a PS1, and they had two games. They had Crash Bandicoot, and they had Cooler World. And don't get me wrong, me and the Cootie Boy had gone the whole distance. So the only game left for me to play was Cooler World. And all I used to play was Cooler World. And I vividly remember my nan playing a certain game. A game which all nans may have played. A game which my nan was God tier at. At this point, all I can remember is my nan playing this game 24/7. Instead of giving me attention, she was playing this game 24/7. And damn God right, she was good at this game. B.I. Bedlam was a Sky Gamestar game which was developed for Sky TV. Anybody who doesn't know what Sky TV is, basically it's a pay for TV where you got 1 million channels. You either had channels 1 to 5 or you had Sky, which had 1 million channels. It was either one or the other from what I remember. So B.I. Bedlam was made for Sky TV in the interactive section, and it was about a bee called Harley who had to destroy the flowers just because. I know what you're thinking. Hey Gibby, I'm a gamer girl just like you. I want to play this game. Hit me up, bro. Is there a Sky emulator out there? And I would say, oh no, there is a fan-made mobile app, which you can see behind me now. And it's a great game. It's exactly the same game. And look how many levels there are. You could never finish this game. Well, you probably could, but yeah, I've got ADHD and no, it's not happening. If you haven't already jumped out the nearest window due to listening to the Beehive Bedlam soundtrack for about 10 years, then thanks for sticking with me so far. This game was the creme de la creme of memories when staying at my nana and granddad's house, and it has brought back some nice and warming ones at that. Now, I just want to rewind and talk about Sky Gamestar, or Sky Games as it came to be known. Sky Gamestar was born on the 21st of October 2001 and lived on the interactive menu on the TV service, which even at that time was installed in millions of homes around the UK. The service lasted from 2001 to 2015, and the most well-known game on that service was arguably Beehive Bedlam. And looking back on the service, there was a wide array of games to choose from. Choose your character. There were titles like Beehive Bedlam, Fathom, SpongeBob, Tom and Jerry, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Sky Sports Tea Time Golf, Incredible Hulk, Big Brother, Cluedo. Just look at the massive list of games that were on Sky Gamestar, guys. Holy mother of God. It's frightening. Many games were also developed for the service, with many based on the Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney properties. Because you know, kids be kids and mommy give me your credit card details. Talking about credit card information and obviously a price to these games weren't free. Well, I think Beehive Bedlam was free, and maybe a one or two more games, but most of the games had a cost that came to them. GG's to Felix the House Cat, who on a very old forum post on Overclockers, I think it was, copied and pasted some information from the Sky website at the time, so I'll read it out to you now. Pay to play. Customers pay to play on Sky Gamestar. Buying playtime is easy and fast. Payment is taken by set-top box, which dials premium rate numbers for a fixed one-off charge. There are no hidden costs, and customers always know what they are spending. In most cases, once they've paid for a game, they can play it as much as they like. And then there was a Star Day Pass. Star Day Pass is a one-off payment and is ideal for customers who prefer to dip in and out of Sky Gamestar throughout the day, or who want to play a variety of games. If customers wish to take a break from games and watch TV, then they can easily return to Sky Gamestar later in the day using the same pass. Even if their set-top box is switched off or their power is cut, Sky can still restore their Game Pass. From the same forum post, this guy's basically saying he's worked out his bill because he got over £200 and it worked out to about £1.30 a minute for playing these games. So basically their 5-year-old child had got hold of the remote and started playing the games. So I think pay to play was you would get so far. Like, you could always do the first level of a game, but then it would warn you that if you go further, it will charge you. And I remember that vividly because I remember playing a little bit of a game and wanting to play on, but my nana and granddad would absolutely murder me if I started charging their phone and TV bill. But yeah, the Sky Day Pass was there just in case you wanted to play all day, every day, if you were into that sort of thing. This was the point of the video where I was going to start talking about the gameplay, but to be honest with you, the gameplay was the same on a lot of the games. It was use your Sky remote to collect the items, dodge the enemies, collect the key, open the door, go to the next level. There wasn't a massive variation of gameplay, and it was relatively simple. One thing of note, which I didn't know until researching this stuff, you could actually buy a Sky gamepad. The Sky gamepad was basically like a controller specifically for those who was using Sky Gamestar, and if you didn't want to use the remote, you could use this bad boy. Oh my God, look how beautiful she is. Oh, baby. It was at this point that a rabbit hole emerged, and I went down that rabbit hole, and I'm about to share my findings with you now, guys. I went about looking at who made these games, and I came across the developer Denki. Denki is a games development company that started in Dundee in the year 2000. They released a game called Denki Blocks on the Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color in 2001. So the game won ECT's overall Best Game of Show and the Best Handheld Game in 2001. This led to a version of Denki Blocks being made for the interactive service. The four main people in regards to creating Denki games was Colin Anderson, Aaron Pusey, Stuart Graham, and David Jones. And a short time after, a guy called Gary Penn, who was a reviewer and former editor of The One, also joined the team. They wanted to make their games in the most efficient way possible, so they created a role called the product architect, which was kind of like being an editor on a magazine. Gary said it was similar to being a producer and designer with responsibility to contract our coding, graphics, music, and so on, and it enabled them to create a process that they refined over many years. In this, Denki became a development machine, able to create titles in a very short time frame, and they did hit the ground running with their second original title in 2002 called Go Go Beckham Adventure on Soccer Island, and that was for the Game Boy Advance. I am not messing. That is a thing. So yeah, I just thought it was so cool that Denki were able to make so many... Hold up a minute. Sorry, girlfriend reviews. Do you remember the 4 guys I told you about a minute ago? It was Colin, Aaron Stewart, and the boy David Jones. It turns out all 4 of them, especially Jones, were a part of another company 32 years ago. The year, if you count it right, is 1988, and if you look back in history, it was called DMA. Now, what is DMA, you ask? Well, let me tell you, I could not believe this when I Googled it too. DMA, 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 where have I heard that before? Come with me, come with me. Wait a second. No. No. It can't be. Was not expecting this when I was researching for the video, but DMA was a Scottish computer games company from 1988 to 2001. During that time, they created over a dozen games and became one of the largest independent games developer in Europe. One of their highlights was Lemmings, which you will have probably heard of, and another, as you just saw in the last shot, was Grand Theft Auto, which you will have definitely heard of. It was founded in 1988 by Dave Jones himself. He used his redundancy money, which he got from losing his job at a Timex plant in Dundee, and he used the money to buy an Amiga 1000 to start writing a game, and he called it Menace. I'm not going to go too far in the history of DMA because you can Google this stuff, and they've got a whole website, and there's an about page, and it goes through a lot of the background of DMA, and it's really, really interesting to read. But the coolest thing to me was that DMA obviously became Rockstar North. So yeah, I feel like we've gone full circle. We went from the PlayStation 1 to Sky, Gamestar, to Denki, to DMA, to GTA on the PS1. And the reason it was so cool, and I thought it was so cool, was because I'm about to do a GTA video on YouTube very, very soon. And I was making this video while I was recording some footage for the GTA video. And the link was just weird as anything. I was researching this Denki, DMA came up. I looked on the box just as you saw it, and there DMA was. I was honestly like blown away. I don't know if this is as interesting as I'm making it out, but I thought it was pretty cool. Thank you for your time watching this video, and I'm going to leave you with a song. Hit like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for giving me your time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for your time. I know that you're bored or your girlfriend's telling you to fucking hurry up because you've been watching YouTube for too long. I know what you're thinking, how did this good-looking guy make such a great YouTube video? So I'm gonna tell you one thing, tell you a secret that you don't already know. Cause I did a little Google and said some shit in front of the camera. That's all I really did, there's no real talent to this. Thank you so much for your time again. I know that you're thinking, why am I still on watching this guy singing? I'm sorry for wasting your time. Sorry for wasting your time. Sorry for wasting your time. Sorry for wasting your time.